I wanted to pop on here and do a project reveal. Again, sorry I'm filming in my garage, and of course because I just got set up, the heat's kicked back on, so I apologize. But my mom gifted me this paper for my birthday, and I was inspired to make this journal. So she got me both packs. This is Stamperia and it's Fortune. And the accompanying paper to it with Stamperia is Land of the Pharaohs. So this is your main paper and these are your backgrounds. And so she got me both sizes. This is the Fortune pad, but I must have used the inside cover. Let's see what it was. Oh, it's all the cut aparts. So there's the main paper, and again the accompanying paper isn't called the same thing, it's called Land of the Pharaohs, which is pretty cool. Flip through there. So anyway, that's what I used. My mom bought me the whole collection. She got me the stencil, which I haven't washed yet. She got me a pack of the one that says adhesive paper cutouts ephemera. And then she got me the die cuts. So the difference with the ephemeras are a little bit thinner and they're kind of iridescent and they're a sticker. You can peel this backing off. So that was those. And then the die cuts are pretty thick. I don't think they're sticky. I didn't use very many of these because they cause a lot of bulk. Because to be honest, these were beautiful. And I used a bunch of these because they have that iridescence to them and they were thinner. She also got me the stamps, which the hand is missing here. I used the hand stamp. The rest of them's kind of like planets and the names or the sun. Yeah, all the planets. One thing I used was that. And then she also got me the washi. I did make a different journal that I gave away as a gift that I used some of the washi on. I did use these here. Looks like pieces. And then there's rub-ons. I did use some of the rub-ons, but I didn't use the numbers. So if you guys watch my last couple videos, this was inspired for the new year. I started doing some self-help and counseling, and then part of that is journaling. So I really wanted, you know, we make these journals for looks sometimes, but this one I designed it for me, knowing I was going to write in it daily. And so that's where this came into play. But you know, we just did a swap with these journals. This one's Kristen's. So this outer cover is sized to fit these. So I'll go ahead and flip to that in the back. This is that same size. I just made the folder. I just didn't put the paper in it because it can be a cover or a folder, whichever one you want it to be. But this is exactly like the swap we just did. I just didn't put the paper in there, and here's your pockets. And then these, I put 2 signatures in here and I coffee dyed the paper. I'm trying to find the beginning. Let's see. So there's this one and this one. They each have, I think, 15 sheets. And this is the first time I coffee dyed paper. My mom usually does it for me. I don't particularly like how I did it. If you see, my edges are really dark. And it smells like really strong of coffee. So I don't know if I like that. So what my mom did turns out a little lighter. But let me kind of start with the cover. I didn't measure this. Gosh, I've forgotten. I just made this last week. I'll put the measurement below. But what I did is I basically left enough room where I knew I wanted to put something here on the edge, and it wouldn't be all the way out to the edge. And also, I just realized I'm in my garage, so we moved my table over, so I was over this way a little more, and the light was directly above me. And now I'm getting a bunch of shadows. Anyway, so I like to make the hinges. Let's start here. So this is a hinge, and then I always do the lay flat method because I don't like when they don't lay flat. So you can kind of see here, I made the 2 covers, and then here's this inside. Maybe I'll have to do a video on this if you guys want me to, on how to make one of these. But I made it thick enough to do 3 signatures, and then I did my cardboard and I covered it, and I put a pocket on each one. These were just cutouts from the paper that I inked and put in there. I did make myself one of these paper clips. This was a little tarot card that was part of the collection. But I find when I'm writing in the journal, I had it over here, I didn't like feeling it when I have my journal open, writing. So I have it housed over here. So the first signature is a cat. And then inside I put one of those die cuts, or I'm sorry, what were they called again? The paper cutout ephemeras. So that's one of them there. And then this is the stencil. I stenciled the papers. So again, here's the stencil. I haven't washed it yet, so you can see this here. And I've written on these, so I got the, oh, and I made that clip. You know, using these, I like them to stay open, so, and I wanted dangles where you kind of dangle them out the bottom here, but if I actually use it every day, these, I don't like trying to write and have these all over, and especially if they're hanging here, because I did try to hang something here and I didn't like when I had it open, so I took it off. But I did these clips instead so I could kind of keep the journal closed of where I've written. And these are the Tim Holtz clips, and I just did a dangle. These are a Sagittarius sign, and my mom ordered stars and the moon and the sign, the personality signs. I can't think of what, astrological signs. So I took the Sagittarius ones. And again, let's kind of thumb through. You can see here where I did some of the stenciling. I think that's my favorite part. Again, this is one of the die cuts, and I used the little Tim Holtz paper clips. I did make this paper. There's the hand. Did make this paper by using my cookie cooling rack, so you can kind of see in the grids. I didn't really like that, so some of this paper I picked out where it had a lot of the grid showing. Again, there's the stencil. Here's the middle of the signature. Love this paper. I used the same paper in for my folder so that this was showing in the middle. And then here's the back cover, and then there's another one of those die cuts. And then again, the back cover. And then this is the beginning of the next one. And then I love the potions die cut. There you can kind of see it. And again, there's another one of the die cuts again. That's the tarot card. That's the moon. You can kind of see I did the same thing here. If you guys haven't coffee dyed before, wherever, I did this in a stack. Wherever the edges weren't kind of lined up, it oxidized. The two papers I had on the bottom and the top are this dark. I didn't put them in the album, but I did save them. I thought maybe I could do cutouts. You can kind of see here where the cookie drying rack is. I don't particularly like that pattern on the paper, so like I said, I picked it out. Here's the middle of this one. Again, I used the potions. The elixirs page. Love how that looks. Then here's the inside cover, another one of those die cuts. And then we talked about the thicker ones that actually called just die cuts that are real thick. You can see here the planet I used it. You can kind of see how thick it is. So those add a lot of thickness, so I didn't want to use a lot of them. I haven't decided what I'm going to put in my pockets. Again, I made this journal to be practical, where I could have it in my purse or get it out. I didn't want a lot of stuff hanging and moving off of it, and I didn't want a lot of thickness and humps and bumps trying to write. I might still go back and make a dashboard where you laminate those and you can stick it where you're writing so you can have a little bit of firmer surface. I have found that I knew before I journaled I really like spiral bound. I like to fold the other side all the way over and have a flat surface. So I have been trying to sit in the chair and write with this instead of at the table, so I do find that a little bit annoying. I'm trying to get used to it, because I want to be relaxed and not sitting at the table formally to write. So we'll see how it goes. And let's see, we did that. And then, like I said, and this is the washi tape going across the bottom here and here. And the pockets were made out of the same strip of paper. I tried, you know, Stamperia, they don't give you much paper to work with, and you got to covet it. So you have to repurpose what you've already cut off. That way you don't use too much paper. And then the front. I know this piece is 6 inches, so the or it's just shy of 6, because I use the same paper here. This is the other half on this side. And again, I put one of those die cuts here, and I put a moon. And then this was the other half of this paper. So I know it's 6 inches wide. I think it's 9 or 9.5 tall. I meant to bring my ruler out here, but I forgot. But again, I just love how this turned out. My mom surprised me with this paper, and I was just like, oh. And this is what inspired me to make this journal right here. This was one of the die cuts. This one is by itself, and then this one's a secondary one. It says transform your life. So I was like, how fitting is that for a journal? I think that's it. And again, thanks for stopping by. Oh, there's another die cut that says cat. I'm thinking about gluing on there, but the cat is so pretty too. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Catch you on the next one.